Guys, it hasn't been that long. What? 6 months? 6.5? Welcome back, everybody, to a Barbera Outdoors video. We're taking a look at the Spyderco Tenacious and the Tenacious Lightweight. Let's run over to the tabletop review and talk about it. Now we're back at the table for our first ever tabletop review. Today we're going to be doing the Spyderco Tenacious. I got 3 different models in front of me right here. We're going to talk about them and go over the specs of each one and the differences between them as well. Alright, so left to right, I have the Spyderco Tenacious Lightweight. You have the Spyderco Tenacious Original, and then the Spyderco Tenacious with the black powder-coated blade on top. Alright, now to get into the similarities before we get into the differences. We'll grab the typical original Tenacious right here. So they're all going to have this very similar leaf-shaped design, as they call it, with a full flat ground on 8CR13 MOV stainless steel. Now that's a pretty typical blade steel composition for knives at around these price point. But that being said, it holds an amazing edge. I've carried knives with 8CR13 MOV steel before. Like, for example, I grab over here. This is the Oh So Sweet by Kershaw. And when these came out, or whenever I bought it, for a $10 knife, those were absolutely insane. We might do a separate video on those, because those actually have gone up in price like crazy. So maybe we'll talk about if that's justified. But looking back at the Spyderco Tenacious, they're all going to have a 3.39 inch blade length with a 3.39 inch edge length, so you don't lose out on any edge length comparatively to the blade length. Now, the differences between them, obviously, these two, the only difference is going to be, besides the different liner lock pins right here, obviously, is the coating on the blade. Other than that, these two knives are exactly the same design and manufacturer, obviously. The difference gets into the lightweight, where the blade itself is going to be the exact same. Of course, you can see that this one is the powder-coated blade, as is this one. Is the fact that this one comes with what they call FRN, or fiberglass reinforced nylon, instead of the G10, which comes on both of these guys right here. So that does save you a little bit in ounces, or I should say points of an ounces. It really is up to you depending on if it's worth it. The typical Tenacious come in at 4.2 ounces versus the lightweight comes at 3.7. So you're saving 0.5 ounces. The biggest debate with that is if it's worth it for you. In my opinion, not really. The biggest thing you probably get out of it is the texturing. You can see right here that the texturing on this lightweight right here is a bit more aggressively done versus just the G10 of the Tenacious right here. But my golly, is it such a beautiful cutter. That knife, that leaf design right there cuts through paper like none other. You can see that these are all beat up because these are my work knives. You know, I've done a video on the Benchmade Osborne before, and that's an amazing knife, but I find myself nowadays grabbing and going for this more than any other knife in my collection. Just because, one, they're priced accordingly and affordably, with the base model right here coming in at $82.50. The lightweight's a little bit cheaper at $71.50, and the black coated one is going to be $88. Now that's MSRP through Spyderco's own website, but I've seen these on sale. I mean, I'm pretty sure I bought this guy at one of our local gun knife shops around here for $60. I found a carbon fiber one in one of our shops. I didn't end up buying it, but that one was $59.99 on sale. So an amazingly affordable priced knife for what you're getting out of it. You know, you're not spending, you know, if I grab this, you know, the good old Benchmade Osborne that we all talk about and show whatnot, you're not spending as much as you would on something like this. Or recently I picked up, oh, where should she be? Oh, there you go. and you're not spending as much as you would on, per se, like this guy. This is the newest one to my collection. This is the Benchmade Hidden Canyon Hunter, but the newest version of it. That one's S90V. There's going to be definitely a review on this guy coming up sooner or later, eventually, but that'll be when there's squirrels to skin. So then we can talk about the blades themselves and how they perform. You can tell that these are all absolutely gunked up. It's because they are used almost every day at work, opening up boxes, breaking down boxes, you know, cutting paper, cutting open everything else that needs to be done. I stock, for people that don't know, I work at a gun shop, and so I stock ammo. I open up ammo boxes all the time, and so you know, they hit the edges hit staples for boxes that are stapled, and so they last. None of these have chunks or chips out of them, and they all have amazingly good blade profiles. Being said, they will loosen up over time. Like this is right here. This is the one that's been owned the longest, and you can see that the blade has some wiggle in there. Now I grab this guy right here, there's nothing, and then this guy right here, there's nothing. And so that's as simple as tightening up that swivel lock right there. But they are one-handed operation. I can close them, I can open them one-handed. You can do the zip tie right across the back, and you can do the whole thing when you pull it out of your pocket, it flicks it open. But my gosh, I absolutely love them. They're my new favorite knife. Now, of course, I am very limited in terms of what I have, but I find myself using this one and grabbing for it more often than any other one that I have. They do offer multiple positions for pocket clips. This one right there is my favorite, and I'll cut in some photos and videos of each different way in my pocket. But carrying it like this, it's tip up in my pocket like this, so whenever I pull it out or pull it out of my right pocket, whatnot like that, I have access to it right there. This one is the only one that's in the other direction. So this one, that's right there, you pull it out like this, and you just kind of got to twist the hand to get it up. But if you are, depending on what pocket you like putting on, you can swap these over to have tip up or tip down. Back to the similarities between them all, they all have liner locks right here. So just right on the side, that's how they close, that's how they lock open. And then all of the internals are going to be skeletonized stainless steel liners. I know, reading from a book right there, but it obviously does keep the weight of them down. You can't really tell them at all when they're in your pocket or anything in between. Alright guys, that's been the tabletop review of the Spyderco Tenacious, the lightweight as well as the original models. If you have any more questions, leave a comment down in the video. Please subscribe and like. If you want to see a review of a knife that I have, possibly some of the other ones that I've shown you today, or some of the other ones out there, like I plan on doing a video on that guy. Look at that. That's a Kershaw Leak with the tip broken off. So not necessarily as durable. I guess it depends on what you do with it. But leave a comment on the video. Tell me what you guys want to see, what guns you want to see, or maybe just some outdoorsy stuff. Thank you for watching, and you guys have a great Memorial Day weekend.
Got him?